Hello out there in internet land. Hello on Facebook. Hello on Instagram. Happy Monday. Welcome to Musical Mondays. I'm just getting my Facebook camera set up. For those of you on Instagram. Here we go. Let's see if I can. Can't really get my guitar in the view on Facebook. Apologies, I haven't had time to fix my tripod. All right, so welcome to Musical Mondays. Hello, hello, hello. I hope you're all doing well. I am excited because it's episode 50. 50 of Musical Mondays. I can't quite fathom that I've done 50 episodes. Amazing. Yes, Dan, that was Toonland, a song from yesteryear. Good ear. Thank you. This is a song from a long time ago when I was the lead singer and songwriter for a band called Hazel Oats in Vancouver. Wow, I haven't played that for a long time. And Dan was the guitar player in that band. The original Hazel Oats alumnus guitar player. Pretty cool. Dan's watching on Instagram. I wonder if I can actually play that song. It's easier on an electric. Company of strangers and military men downtown in Toonland. That's pretty funny. In the 1890s, they called it consumption. Well, in the 1990s, we got AIDS, HIV. We know sex and drugs are not only fun, but deadly. Way downtown in Toonland. Super fun. Thank you for suggesting that, Dan. That was a trip down memory lane. Hello, Circus Records. Thank you for joining. Nice to see you on Instagram. That song was one, well, I don't know if you caught the lyrics, but 1990s. That song was from eons ago, and it was released with or by the band that I was in at the time. Thanks, Dan. Hazel Oats, and as I said, Dan, who's watching on Instagram, was the very first guitar player for that band. So a Vancouver indie band that did all kinds of fun things, including that song, which was basically built on a standard blues riff, but super fun to play, especially on electric. So, this is episode 50. of Musical Mondays. And I put a call out on the socials to see what people thought I should do tonight. There were some pajama suggestions. Not in my pajamas, but I'm very casual. I have been doing some live songwriting the last, actually since the launch of this year's episodes. So in 2022, I've been doing some live songwriting, and I've made great headway with all of you tuned in to that. So I've appreciated that. But yeah, I'm not in the mood for live songwriting tonight. I kind of want to do some of my tunes. So I thought, because I'm without the live stream lights tonight, we've got a little more light. Looking out the window, it's almost the golden hour. Maybe it is the golden hour. I'm just loving the lighting. So I might play my song Where the Rivers Meet, because the lighting's quite nice.
Fly
Alrighty, there we go. There's a little bit of where the rivers meet. And for some of you who've been on my Musical Mondays journey this year, you'll know that I had COVID about almost 4 months ago now, 3.5, 4 months ago, and I'm what you call a long hauler. So that's actually the first, I think, practically the first time this year I've done tried to do a full-on vocal performance. So you're gonna have to give me my breath. Hello, Trish Rasile. Thank you for joining. So yeah, having COVID respiratory issues is not conducive to seriously doing some serious singing. So I'll just have to pause for a few minutes. Thank you for joining, folks who have joined, and thank you, Inner Vortex. I like the song too. I'm glad you like it. It's one of my faves to sing and play. The recorded version is actually it's a duet on my last album with Aaron Trory, who's a Vancouver singer-songwriter and guitarist and bass player. And Aaron actually played bass in my band for that album, and we sang a duet on that song, and I love singing the duet with him for the song. So I'm glad you enjoyed it. So just gonna catch my breath. Let me know on Facebook or on Instagram if you've got any questions while I get my breath, and I'll try and do another tune. Trying to think of what one I might do. I might do an older song. Let me think on that. Thank you, Victoria. Victoria from the Victoria House here in lovely Victoria, BC, has just popped into Instagram to say hello and happy 50th live stream. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Victoria. Victoria is a super host of shows, house concerts, garden concerts, hybrid shows here in Victoria, and she has one coming up on April 22nd. It's singer-songwriter Ben Schurz. So if you're in Victoria, you might want to check that out. I think it'll be a great show, and weather permitting, it will be a garden show. Yes, and more shows coming up. So check out the Victoria House if you haven't already. I had the pleasure of doing a show with Victoria in the fall, which was a hybrid show. So we had a garden show and also a live stream. It was totally fun. Hello, Hunter Fox. Thank you for joining. Aren't you joining from somewhere in the southern hemisphere? Good one. I sure as hope so. That's great. Hunter Fox, aren't you? You're in the southern hemisphere somewhere, aren't you? That's pretty cool that you're joining the live stream tonight. So I think you might be located in South Africa, but I might be wrong about that. Yeah, South Africa. Well, welcome. So fun. We've had Australia, we've had South Africa, we've had the UK, we've had the eastern seaboard of the US, different parts of Canada, and the US on the live stream. So super fun. Hello, hello. Hope you're doing well. That's great. So I think I've got my breath back, sort of. So I'll start. I'll try and do another tune. Yes, it's the Hemisphere Hangout. So this song is an oldie but goodie that I dropped my pick in my guitar. Oh my gosh, I've never done that before. How did I do that? Anyway, can you hear that? That is hilarious. So for those of you new to Musical Mondays, they are very much in the moment and unrehearsed, and I often just do what I feel like doing, like dropping my pick inside my guitar. Oh my goodness. Yeah, my pickup's in the way, so I can't really get it out. And I didn't bring another pick upstairs, so I'm gonna play this song without a pick, so it'll sound sonically different to me. Probably won't to you, because many of you may have not heard it before. You know, I did a whole episode sometime last year, I think Inner Vortex was there, on guitar picks, because guitar picks are super important to me as a guitar player in terms of the sound quality, just the different tenor of sound that they bring to a guitar. So this is kind of messing with my style a bit to play this with my fingers, but I'm going to go for it, because Musical Mondays is all about adventure. So here we go. This is called This Is Not Religious, and this was a song I wrote, gosh, over 20 years ago. And it was also a song that the band I was in at the time, Hazel Motes, a Vancouver indie band, performed many times. It charted on national college radio, CBC Airplay. This was in the days before social media, so it was all about me sending demo tapes all over the country, calling, actually dialing my phone. Well, it was a push button phone, but no cell phones. Dialing my phone to talk to station programmers at the different campus stations and ask them to play my song. So this one actually got quite a bit of traction at college radio, and I have always appreciated that. So here we go. 'Cause all the others want to love my hands, head full of religion. This region in a blinded will. 'Cause all the others wanna love my hands, head full of religion. This region in a blinded well, in the heart will touch itself. Large, lost words that are too frail for contact. The truth in their smallness diminishing. So, oh, come on, take my hands, give me all of the elders said you'd be. That for me existed with state itself. A red fall leaf, head full of grey storm, loving that too, twisted by anger and made courageous. All your mouth in the bridge light, a cruel and hid away my mirror. It is impossible tuning in, everybody. I love it. I love it. I love it that you're here or there, wherever you are. South Africa, different parts of BC. Oh, thank you, Dan. Dan says, for those of you on Facebook, wow, Kelly, you handled the whole pick thing with such aplomb. That's the way I play electric, LOL. Yeah, you know, it totally changes the percussive aspect. Because one thing I would say, I'm not a lead guitar player. I'm very much a rhythm-focused guitar player and percussive. I would say I love doing percussive things with the guitar, like dampening and these little upstrokes. So the pick for me, and I use one of those big flat picks. Maybe I'll do another episode on picks and actual guitar sound sometime soon. But the picks for me provide that really percussive sound, and it's you know, less important when I'm playing with a band, but when I'm on my own, just having access to those different sounds is pretty important. So yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. And at some point, I'll have to fish that pick out of there. You know, it's funny, one episode of Musical Mondays, I had a spider in my guitar, and I'm terrified of spiders, and totally bizarre, but I looked down, and there was this spider hanging out just in there. It had like built a little nest. Luckily for me, it decided to stay there while I was doing my Musical Mondays episode, and anyway, it made its way out on its own, so I didn't have to scream or run away in the middle of an episode. All right, fine people, so we're coming up to 5 minutes before the hour, 5 minutes to 8 p.m. here on the Pacific coast of Canada. So I am going to wind down for the week. I keep these just under 30 minutes typically. It helps me upload and download them and put them out there if they stay under 30 minutes. So I really appreciate you tuning in for episode 50. It was a bit of an adventure for me singing with the long haul COVID symptoms still going strong. So I appreciate you listening and your support. And I should mention, for those of you who may tune in next week or in subsequent weeks, I am going to be shifting the time to 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Pacific time, a half hour later, just because the light is changing, and I might want to maybe be in the dark next week and use my live stream lights, but you know, it's getting lighter out, and people are doing stuff in the evenings. So 8 p.m. if you want to tune in next week at 8 p.m. I will likely do some more live songwriting. I have my song Microdoses that I started. It actually was born in an episode in January, and I feel like I'm getting close to being finished. I had some great suggestions last week from listeners or people who were tuned in, so I'm going to work on that. So yeah, I hope you'll join. Hello, Moira Music. Thanks for joining. We are just winding down, so stay well, everybody. Sending big love out over the interwebs. Great to see you, and thanks for tuning in. We'll say goodnight to Facebook first. Good night, Facebook. Thanks for watching. All right, and good night, Instagram. Great to see you. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Hunter. Have a great Tuesday at work. That's what a concept. Enjoy and stay well. All right, take care, everybody. Bye.